Hi everybody, my name is Cal and welcome to another episode of Storytime at the Utica Zoo. Today our animal that I'm going to introduce to you guys are our Madagascar Hissing Cockroaches. So these are the largest species of cockroach in the world and they are native to Madagascar, which is a large island off the coast of Africa. And on Madagascar they usually live in woods and jungles. So they get their name, the Madagascar Hissing Cockroach, because if they are threatened or startled by a predator, they can make a loud hissing noise by pushing air out through little holes in their shell. So these guys are insects, which means they are also invertebrates. What that means is they don't have any backbone or actually any bones inside at all. And instead, they have a hard outer shell. It's really hard right there. So Madagascar Hissing Cockroaches, they live together in big colonies containing boys and girls. And the way you tell them apart is that male cockroaches will have these little bumps on the top of their shell, and we call those horns. Madagascar Hissing Cockroaches are also a little unique among cockroaches because they actually have no wings and can't fly. But to make up for that, they are excellent climbers. So they have barbs on their legs and special pads on their feet that let them climb up almost any surface, including a smooth surface like glass. So even though we usually think about cockroaches as pests and we wouldn't want them in our house, in their natural habitat, they're actually really important because what the Madagascar Hissing Cockroach eats is all of the dead leaves and fruit gone bad and sort of yucky vegetables that nobody else in the environment wants to eat. And so by eating those dead leaves and things that the plants leave behind, they actually return those nutrients to the environment and help keep the environment healthy. So they're very important. So I'm going to put our cockroach back in his box. And our story for today is about another kind of insect. We are reading In the Trees, Honeybees. Morning light, warm and bright. In the trees, honeybees. Blossoms out, dancing scout. Many wild honeybees live in hollow tree trunks. When the sun warms the air, honeybees search for flowers in bloom. After a scout finds flowers rich with nectar and pollen, it returns to the hive and tells the others where to find them by doing a waggle dance. Sisters fly through the sky. Soon, thousands of honeybees leave the hive to find the blossoms. These honeybees are called worker bees, and they are all sisters. Nectar sweet, pollen treat. Worker bees collect nectar and pollen to feed the colony. As they fly from blossom to blossom, the bees drink the sweet nectar and collect powdery pollen on their legs. Harvest home, honeycomb. When the bees are loaded with nectar and pollen, they fly back to the hive. There, other worker bees receive the nectar and pollen and store them in wax honeycomb cells. Feed and clean, precious queen. An average colony has 15,000 to 50,000 worker bees, but there is only one queen. Worker bees take care of her so she can lay eggs that will become new members of the colony. Lots of food, hungry brood. 3 days after the queen lays an egg, it hatches into a hungry larva. Nurse bees feed it a rich supply of food from the glands in their heads. During its larva stage, nurse bees will feed it more than 100,000 times. Water drips, sip, sip, sip. Too much heat, thousands beat. Honeybees collect water too. When temperatures climb, thousands of bees fan their wings. The evaporating water cools the hive. Bear attack, sting and smack. Guard bees protect the colony. When an intruder tries to get in, the guard bees drive it away and sting. Wasps, moths, skunks, and bears are just a few of their enemies. Shake the wax, seal the cracks. Honeybees build their special combs out of wax. Young worker bees secrete wax flakes from special glands under their bodies. They use their mouths and front legs to shape soft wax into honeycomb. Honeybees also gather sticky sap from trees. They use it to coat the inside of the hollow tree and seal holes and cracks. It's called bee glue or propolis. Gather more, winter store. To prepare for the cold months of winter, honeybees make as much honey as they can during the spring and summer. A colony will need about 30 to 60 pounds of honey to survive the winter when the blossoms are gone. Fading light, homing flight. As the sun sets, the air cools and the blossoms close. Workers fly back to their hive for food, warmth, and shelter with the rest of the colony. Chilly night, cluster tight. To stay warm during the chilly nights, honeybees cluster together and buzz until morning light, warm and bright, in the trees, honeybees. Buzz. The end. Thank you for joining us for Storytime. I hope you had a good time with In the Trees honeybees, and we'll see you next week for another story and another critter from us here at the Utica Zoo.